guys, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shadows. And as always, guys, if you're of course enjoying the series, please do drop a big old like on the video. If we could get to 150 again, that would be awesome. Right, so we've had a pretty damn long summer, it has to be said. I've been doing a lot of work trying to get in those players that I talked about at the end of the last episode. Not all of which, but I have managed to nail some of them, and a couple that I've scouted over the summer. So all is looking good. Now, today's game is actually against PSG in the French Super Cup, so to speak, which is quite cool. Now, I'm also going to quickly do a question of the day, and today's question of the day is, what do you think of Channel 5's new Football League show? And I hadn't had a chance to watch it until I caught a glimpse of it on Sunday morning last week. I think it was Sunday morning, and it needs a lot of work, doesn't it? I don't know why there's a studio audience. I don't know, it felt like they were taking up time where they could be showing football highlights by having guests on. And I don't really see the point in that when we just want to see football highlights. I think it's a really simple show that they could get right very quickly, but they really do need to streamline it a little bit. What do you guys think, those of you that watch it? Obviously, as a fan of a Football League club, or FL72 and all that crap, you know, it's something I have to see in order to watch the Fulham highlights properly. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and if you do have any ideas for a question of the day, do drop them in the comments with the hashtag QOTD. Now, a couple of days ago, I mentioned on my Outcast to Icons save, but I didn't mention it on this, that my beta save is going to be with Wales. It's going to be a series called Hidden Dragon. It's going to be a 2-week save, in theory, if that's how long the beta lasts. And, yeah, we're just going to be taking over Wales because of their new sort of resurgence in world football. And, yeah, that's going to be the save that we're going to be starting off with on FM16. So I'm really looking forward to that. As for the rebuilding save that I'll be starting afterwards, basically, I'm now opening the floor to suggestions, and just listen to me before you suggest things. So basically, in order to qualify as a rebuilding save, the club has to have actually fallen at all. So I've had people suggest clubs that are like at the highest point they've ever been. There's no point in rebuilding a club that hasn't fallen anywhere. Now the other thing is, the club has to be in either League 2, the Conference, or Conference North-South. So no League 1, because I like to have as much sort of chance to progress up the leagues as physically possible. Apologies if you can hear some sounds in the background. There's all kinds of building work going on around. I think that might be one of those industrial vacuum cleaners or something, but there you go. Yeah, so it has to be League 2, Conference, or Conference North-South. So that's what we're going to be going for. So if you've got any suggestions of clubs, I might have just completely slipped my mind. So I've got Yeovil, I've got Stockport, I've got Tranmere, I've got, if you can think of any others, even, no, actually, yeah, if you can think of any more that sort of fit that bill, then do let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to. And once I've got a list of them, I might do like a straw poll so we can decide, actually, because I'd rather do a series that you guys want to see. Well, sorry, I'd rather be the team that most of you want to see, but at the same time, I also want to make sure that I'm going to have fun with it, and we're all going to have fun with it, and it sort of fits within the criteria that I use for my rebuilding save. So there we go. Enough jibber jabber now. Let's get into what's been going on. I don't really have anything else to really talk about other than, of course, the old transfer window, which is where we find ourselves. Now, as you can see, we've been playing some friendlies. Now, we actually started off with the Tour of Belgium, which found ourselves playing against some alright sides, and we actually managed to beat them, apart from the one against Standard, but we did alright in that game too, to be fair. Now, I've played all of these games using a new tactic. Yep, I said I'd do it, and I've taken some time today. It's taken me several hours. It's perhaps not perfect yet, but I'm actually liking some of the performances. Like, we weren't even beating teams 9-1 in friendlies with the other tactic. That's the difference. It looks like it's got a bit more attacking bite, but also note, lots of clean sheets, which is always good. We're limiting the number of shots. The pass completion is fantastic. The possession is brilliant. Not so many long shots either. That's another thing. We're not having as many long shots, and even against poor sides, we're really working the ball around nicely now. And I'll show you what I've done with that in a second before. But firstly, we're going to go talk about transfers. So, transfer history. Let's do this. Players that have come in. So, as you'll notice, Sajjad Mohammed was one of the players that was on my shortlist, so to speak. He was the Iraqi goalkeeper. I thought it'd be cool to have a player from Iraq in the first place, and I think that is rather cool, and we did bring him in. Okay, admittedly he doesn't look that fantastic, but with goalkeepers I generally find that means bugger all. The best goalkeeper I've had on FM this year had like 2-star rating when he was in my Portsmouth team, Bigger Belongo, and I personally think this guy might still have something about him, so I'm quite happy to keep using him and let him develop the team. He may not come to much, but the point is we got him for £120,000, so I'm not too bothered. Besides, there was a couple others on my shortlist that I couldn't get, so I kind of had to go after him. Now, the ones, obviously Maurice Francois had already joined us. Next up is Milano Obradovich, the player from Parisian I mentioned. Now, he has joined us again. He's a 2.5-star player, but he's got that little bit more potential, and I'm quite enthusiastic about this lad. I really am quite pleased. We got him for 4 million in the end, which I was actually quite surprised about, that we got him for so little. I thought Parisian would really play hardball on us, but they didn't, and that pleases me. He does have a slight hamstring issue at the moment, which is not ideal. So there we go. We also brought Francois, but you know about him. Now, the one I really wanted to get was this lad, Sendley Riviere, or Reviere. I think he's probably the best of the bunch. Again, I haven't seen you guys what you've said about that yet, so you may or may not agree with me. But I think because he can play as a centre back DM or as a centre midfielder, I think there's a lot to his game. He's very even. You know, his long throws and his flair isn't fantastic, but everything else is kind of a reasonable level. He's very aggressive, so we have to be careful, but he is also very determined. Has fantastic hair that just looks like he's got like a fuzzy wig on, and that's always a good sign, really, isn't it, with these players? So again, I'm really happy with him. He joins Matas and of course Bulans as sort of potential DMs, but also potentially can move further forward if I feel the need to do that. So yeah, again, he has fractured ribs, which is a little bit annoying, but he is of course out on loan. Quite a few players have gone out on loan. Now, most of those guys were on my list. In fact, the only one that I've signed, as you can see from there, that wasn't on my transfer list is this guy. This is Alberto Al Dola. And I'm really excited about this lad. I thought he was going to cost us a bloody fortune, because usually I don't even look for these sort of players in countries like Spain or Germany, because most of the time they want 40 odd million for them, even when they're 16 years old. But this lad was at Ibar, so I thought, okay, maybe I'll give it a crack. Had a little look, put a bid in, and it said that he had a release clause of £5.75 million. And I thought, you know what? He's got 17 finishing already at the age of 16. Surely he could get that to 20. And he could be an absolutely spectacularly good striker. Okay, his leadership isn't fantastic. There's a few things that sort of fall down about him. He's not particularly strong, and he's not got great jumping reach because he's not exactly the tallest. But I still think this kid has got something to offer for us, and I decided to shell out a bit of money to bring him into the club, because if nothing else, I feel like we could possibly sell him on for a decent wage. And we have, of course, been bombarded with transfer offers for Alberto Cherry. At one point, I actually got an offer from, I believe it was Empoli. Was it Lazio? It was an Italian. No, it was Zenit. It was Zenit St. Petersburg. 31 million overall was the deal, and I thought about it. I really did. I think if we could get 35 for him at some point, I might actually go for it, because that would help the club out so much, and it would give us a chance to bring through some players. But for now, he is staying, so don't worry about that. I'm just debating it, because the money would be fantastic for us to bring in some new players. So I'm not entirely sure on that one at the moment. Now, players going out. Johan Vera has, of course, left. Lots and lots of players going out on loan. Frick, Petiten and Jeremy Aban have all left on free transfers. Mutasami's gone out to Liège in Belgium for 275k. Lots and lots of loans. But now, as you'll notice, Marius Ström has gone out on a fee-paying loan to Auxerre, which is nice for us. And as you can see, Jean-Claude Jorkaeff has joined Guignon for £2 million. The reason for this is because I felt like he wasn't getting the game time here, and he wouldn't quite ever be good enough to be even a backup striker for us. So I thought we'd cash in now while he's got a strong contract. We got 2 million, which is about his value, and that's gone towards some more players for us, so that's not bad. There is one other player that I've got on the future transfers. Now, Samsonov will be joining us in like a week and a half, so that's good. Look forward to that. It's another free signing, essentially, because we signed him like 3 seasons ago, and now he's going to be joining us. It's got to the point now where I don't even know what some of his stats have disappeared because it's been so long since we've scouted him. Ortiz will be joining us in November, and in December will be Labi Amara, who is a Tunisian again. No, he's not. He's Algerian. Apologies. I've been doing my Africa scouting again, but I'm really pleased about this guy too. Another centre-back, just to bring it in there, and he'll be joining us on a free transfer of all players. He was on my shortlist, and then I got a notification saying that his contract was up soon, so I thought, fuck it, we'll get in there, give him a deal, and we're getting him on a free. So I'm pretty pleased with that. You know, no big marquee signings again. As you can see, our transfer budget was about 12 million, and that's how much I've basically spent. We've had to move some stuff around, but all in all, pretty damn solid. So let's take a little look at tactics. In fact, I'll show you the tactics once we get into the match day screen, because why the hell not? So we're playing PSG today. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. I don't expect us to win, but we're going to give it a bloody good shot. So let's get into team selection. Right, so this is the new tactic. I haven't got a name for it yet. Now, someone suggested this in the comments, and I was looking around my team, and I thought, there's no way we can't have a super wide tactic because we just don't have wingers yet. So it just wasn't worth it. But what I figured is this is probably the best approach. So this is essentially a very similar kind of tactic. It's still quite narrow, but it does have that line of 3, and both my attacking mids are set to run wide. We've lost the shadow striker. We do still have the attacking playmaker. I'm not entirely sold on some of the player roles just yet, but it's been working well in pre-season. Originally, I actually had Umbar, or not Umbar, but whoever was playing at left back, as a wing back, and then a full back on the right. But I changed it for the last game, and we were just so much better as a result of it in terms of the number of shots. I think we had like 50, and all the teams were poor, so I was still able to judge it quite well. I've done a lot of research. Watching friendlies like this can be pretty damn dull, but I'm going to give it a crack today, basically. It's fluid, it's on control, so it's very similar, but it just has a little bit more width for us, and I'm hoping it could make the difference, particularly in that midfield area. A slightly different shape might just do the trick. As for instructions, it's very similar, but it does have prevent short goalkeeper distribution on as well. I felt that sometimes one of the ways teams got through us was often they'd play it out to their fullbacks, with short passes, and I felt that if we turn that on, it might help a little bit more. So that's what we're going with for now, and it's worked well. But of course, I'm open to suggestions regarding tweaks. All of them are set to pass shorter. Of course, these guys are set to run wide. So we've got CMs, but they're slightly different roles this time. So basically, that's what I've got. If you've got any ideas of ways we can improve this shape, then do let me know. We can't put wingers in because we just don't have wingers, and I'm not going to go out and spend money just to bring in loads and loads of wingers, basically. It's just not worth it. We're quite a narrow side, but I'm happy with that. I just want to find a way around it, and I think this might be stronger than the obelisk overall. So we'll do a quick pick and see who's available for this game. One thing I've noticed, though, is we've got depth for days in that attacking midfield role. Honestly, it's crazy. So Bargucci, Luis and Pereira are going to start in those roles. But then, think about it. We've got Park Jae-won, who's picked up an injury, Aslan, who's out injured, as well as the likes of Mercier. We've got Collar, potentially. We've also got Gaston Sosa, Al-Qaeda. It blows my mind with how many brilliant players we've got to come into these positions, and that is why I think we've got a wealth of these types of guys. Some solid defenders. A lot of players have gone out on loan again. I felt the need to do so. Gaston Sosa probably will go out on loan as well because I was unable to register him due to the 4 foreign player rule, but that's fine because I will be one of them they'll be getting French nationality soon. Ruiz is only like a year away from becoming French citizen, which means, or is it French? Yeah, I think he should be able to do that. It means he won't count as a foreign player. I don't know, actually. It's we'll have to see. But we should be okay on that sense. But as you can see, Ruiz has been fantastic in the last few matches, particularly in these friendlies, an 8.58. And Bar actually scored in our last friendly too, so that was always nice. But yeah, all in all, very, very nice. I'm liking the look of this. So we're going to give this a crack against PSG today. I'm not expecting miracles, but I'm just expecting progress. What do you guys think of the new sort of tactic? Do those three attacking midfield? They excite me. And the fact that we've got, I think against weaker sides than PSG, we will have a real good chance. Just making sure we've all got it set up here. Yeah. Again, Højbjerg. Okay. Yeah, I know. Right. So Correa, Ocampos, Depay, Kovacic, Langerman, Romero, Digne, Engels, Vallejo, Danilo and Yahi in goal. So no Sirigu, interestingly. But then it is this could be an interesting one, actually. So we'll have to see how this goes. But yeah, with the amount of attacking midfielders that we had at our disposal, this system kind of works perfectly for us in the sense that it gives us a chance to play those guys when perhaps some of them would have been complaining because they're not getting first team football. So it's nice to give them a chance today, and with 3 of them in the team, it does give us a little bit of that extra option. So I'll be curious to see how we do against PSG with this tactic. I still think we were going to lose today, but at least we might offer a little bit more. We'll have to do a few league games, really. You might notice that we're not in the Europa League yet either, and that's because we actually, as a result of winning the cup, took a slightly different place, and that means we go straight into the group stages, which is fantastic. So early start to this game, but Cherry's through here. Can he pick up? Oh, he can. Can he get it back? Is he going to shoot? Oh my days! Well, first shot of the game. Paris Saint-Germain 0, Paris FC 1. Absolutely crucial goal there. They've started well, possession, and that is in their favour. Fair enough. But we've gone 20 minutes and no highlights came up, and I was getting a bit worried. But what a strike that is from Alberto Cherry. Sort of twiddling with it on the box here with... oh, look at that. And is an absolute thunderbolt. Yeah, he probably couldn't have got there. Bargucci sets him up and Cherry knocks it down. That is perfect stuff. We've taken the lead against PSG, and I believe that is the first time in this save that we've actually led PSG in a game. Pereira. Gape! He's offside, isn't he? He's not. Oh my days. Paris Saint-Germain 0, Paris FC 2. Guys, I don't want to jinx it because things could still go horribly wrong. We've got more possession. The pass completion is now in our favour. Got a bit lucky with the chance there. Gape off the crossbar, comes back down, and Cherry just puts it in the empty net. PSG 0, Paris FC 2. It's the first time we've scored more than 1 goal against PSG. Is this tactic the ultimate thing for us? Memphis Depay, right, we'll close Memphis Depay down. If we get in a half-time at 2-0 against PSG, I'd be very, very bloody happy, I've got to say. Oh, my life. If we were to win the French Super Cup, or whatever it's called, against PSG, it'd be our first ever win against them. Right, second half. Although we've been good, I'm still going to tell the lads to concentrate, because I don't want them to immediately go and concede a goal. Like, in terms of shooting on target, we're pretty solid for that, but expect an absolute onslaught from PSG in this second half, and we've got to try and survive it, basically. We can actually let them score a goal. The longer we put off them scoring that first goal, the better chance we've got at this game. Digne. I'm also trying out a slightly different corner technique for this tactic, because I was looking on the internet just to see what else there is around, and there's another one on strikerless.com, guys. It's the most recent one, with the short corner idea and Ocampos there with the header. So we're going to try that out with this tactic, and just see if that makes a difference to our set-piece play, because we're usually very good from set-pieces. As for defending them, that is the same as it is on our other tactic. Langerman now. I don't know, I still feel that we're probably going to come a cropper in this game, but we've given ourselves a hell of an opportunity against the run of play, probably, but the chances were there, and we took them. Danilo, back out to Depay. Oh, he's done him. Kovacic now. Langerman, he's got to score, and he does. Damn it. And PSG are back into this game nice and early. Jabulani Langerman makes it 2-1, and that could be difficult for us. I don't know what my he's actually ghosted right through him. That was disappointing. I thought he should have had the ball there. It was lovely turn from Langerman. Good strike from him, and Segrist can't keep it out, unfortunately. It's a shame, but we still lead. I don't think we're going to be able to do much with it, but I'm thinking perhaps if we switch to counter, it might just give us a bit more of a punch when we do get the ball. Sebastian Wagner now. He's often... Oh, that's the last thing we need right now is Ruiz getting injured. I know... Okay. Damn, we are really in trouble here. I might have to leave him on because we did... God damn, we are really struggling here because I've got defenders on the bench, but all of our players can only play left side. This is where Cantini was useful. I might have to just go into the full tactics menu and just see who we've got that can actually replace Carlos Ruiz if we have to bring him off. Nobody really. Ryan Phillips is probably going to have to come on. I think that's going to be very, very costly for us in the grand scheme of things in this game. I think that without Carlos Ruiz we could struggle. And Bar all the way through, but Danilo mops up there, and Bar's going to have to get back into position and quickly. Does so, but unfortunately Ruiz with that slight knock now that he's nursing could be an absolute liability for us here. Correa flicks it on, and Segrist will mop that up for us. That's not too bad. We're getting to the hour mark and we are still winning. On Bar now out wide, we're going to have to... oh wow, that's a lovely pass into Cherry. Oh, for the love of God. Romero... It's a red card! Cherry's injured though, but it's a red card for PSG. This game just got very interesting. So Ruiz... I don't know why it won't let me take Cherry off. We're going to have to bring him off. I can't risk him, not for the season. We've got a season coming up. I'm going to get Al-Qaeda on up top. Very risky move, I know, but Leandro Al-Qaeda, now's your moment to shine. I might just go back to control, actually, just so we can see if we can get a bit more possession. Oh, great. Another long throw. Kovacic now brings it down. Kovacic turns. David Luiz, and he's got to score from there. He hasn't scored. Kovacic, I think that might have been... I don't know if that was the highlight or not. Well tackled, and now we can break away. It's Dominic Gate bringing up the field. Up to Al-Qaeda. He's got all kinds of support. Flicks it over the top for Bargugi. We are bombing forward now. We've got players flying up Bargugi. He has to... Oh, and David Luiz with the big tackle there. This is quite an exciting second half here. We're still leading. We're up against 10 men. We've had to make 2 substitutions through injury, though, which are quite disappointing. But... Right, one more. Who is knackered? Mbar is knackered. Okay, Wagner can play on the left. He's good at that. And we will get on... okay, Matas is going to come on for Mbar in the middle. He can play there, but we've got 9 minutes against PSG. I feel that if they score, though, they will turn it around on us in extra time because of the injuries we've had. They may well be down to 10 men, but they are still PSG. I don't think we're going to get a better opportunity to beat them for quite some time than we are today. Phillips out wide, that's a horrific touch, and Digne's won it back, and now we're going to get caught upfield, aren't we? Okay, we've got back in time, I think, but I'm worried now. Oh, my life. He's pulled so far out of position. Oh, Campos. Players surging back. Danilo over on the right-hand side. They've got all kinds of... I was expecting the penalty. I was just waiting for the penalty to be given. Al-Qaeda now. Terrible touch, and it's been flicked back into their path, and here they come again. Lamela now. Luis up to Al-Qaeda again. He's got to turn. Please don't lose the ball here. Pereira. I might switch to counter after this play. Luis. Bagugi! It's in! PSG 1, Paris FC 3, and we're actually going to win the Bloody hell, guys. What a game this has been. I was not expecting this as a result today at all. This new tactic is looking lovely. Even against a team like PSG today, we've bided our time, taken our chances. Luis puts this on a plate for Bargugi, and he's smashed it in the back of the net for 3-1 Paris FC. And with 10 minutes to go now... Oh, Christ. Another long throw opportunity. Kovacic flicks it in off the crossbar. We've got away with murder at times today, but we've had the better chances. It has to be said, we've had some good chances, and that's it, we've won it. We have won the French Super Cup. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Paris FC 3. Our first victory over the major team in this city, and is that the tide turning in this? Wow. Okay, the red card definitely helped, but the point is we were 2-0 up in this game, so take nothing away from us. 2 goals for Alberto Cherry, starting things off with a bang. Wow, okay, I'm incredibly impressed with that. Now, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do as the live con for the next episode, because... Let's just take a quick gander, actually, while we're here. So, schedule-wise, should we do the first Europa League game? Oh, actually, we've got PSG in the league. well, you know we can't avoid that. We're going to be doing PSG in the league. Okay, so that's a bit shit, actually, the way that's fallen, but apologies, there's not much I could really do about that. But we have to do the PSG games for this very reason. So we're going to be playing away at Nantes on the first day, which is going to be tough, and then we've got a home match against PSG. Who knows? That could be our first league win over those guys. So, guys, if you like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video for us finally beating PSG. That would be fantastic. And if you'd like to even more than that and haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel for more Outcaster icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every other day at 7 o'clock. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for another game against PSG. Can we continue this momentum and make it into something very special? I think this could be the year that we really do start to take off. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.